Hey y'all. I hope I hope you mothers out there had a really special day yesterday. There's a lot of great mothers in the Bible, but today I wanna actually just talk about two that stick out to me. But they're just two that are the most memorable to me. The first one is Hannah, Samuel Samuel's mother, and it's interesting. What I've always remembered about her, what I've seen in movies and stuff, it just it just the prayer and stuff that she says, the vow that she makes to the Lord that if he ends her suffering and he gets her a child, they'll give him or her back to the Lord. But there's actually more to it than that. They actually fast and everything for the child to show a commitment, I guess, to show the seriousness of the situation. Now, I knew about that. I've read it a time or two, but it's still interesting to see that. Her the amount of sacrifice she was willing to go through. Because in those days, for a woman to be barren, it was known to bring great shame upon the family, especially the dad if he didn't have a son to carry on his name, which I don't really know if it's much different today. But but yes, when you when you think about the sacrifice that she made, you get the gravity of her choice. And you know how that ends. Eventually she does get a son, and he grows up to be Samuel. We know he's David. Well, we know it's Saul to a lesser extent, but David's the one everyone remembers because he was one of the greatest kings of the Bible, in my opinion. But it's interesting to think about what she did. I don't know if she really needed to do that or not to show God how serious she was. The the Bible doesn't give us an indication that they needed to do these things in order to get God to open the womb up. But the amount of gravitas that you feel, it really hits you hard when you read it again. The second one is, well, one of the more famous mothers in the Bible probably because she was the mother of Jesus. It's actually the Virgin Mary. An angel, you know the story, an angel comes to her and says, "Hey, Mary, most favored, you have found favor with the Lord, you have found favor with God. You're gonna have a son and you shall call his name Emmanuel," which means God with us. And it's interesting when you think about it. I mean, she knew she was gonna have the Messiah of the world, and she was she grew up around Jews and the church and all that. So I'm willing to bet she knew a little bit of Old Testament prophecy. I mean, I'm willing to bet she They knew that, hey, Messiah's, when we get the Messiah, he's gonna be, he's gonna be betrayed. He's gonna be gone, he's gonna be crucified, but in the end, he's gonna rise again. But she still chooses to undertake this. She said to the angel, after he said that to her, she said the angel may it happen just as you say. And that's, she would undertake that knowing the sacrifice that she would have to make, because, I mean, we think of him as, not to be disrespectful when I'm saying this, but we think of him as just Jesus. We think of him as just Messiah, but he was a son. I mean, he was a little boy. I mean, and to probably know, to probably know what's going to be expected of him, and to still undertake this, that takes a tremendous amount of courage. Even not knowing, the prophecies, which I'm more than the best he did, that still takes a lot of courage. I mean, the scorn and supposed shame that she would have brought to her family back then by being an unwed mother. That's almost unbearable. That almost caused Joseph to divorce her. Secretly, but still divorce her. And that's just the amount of sacrifice. You ask me, Cody, that's a scripture, that's the Bible, and that's all on good. But what that have to do with me? What that have to do with me today? I mean, I don't think my mother's gonna have to sacrifice me for the good of the world. I don't think my mother's gonna have to fast and starve herself in vows of the Lord that she'll give me back to him after I'm grown up, so to speak. Not like an adult, but just grown enough to understand. Well, yes, you're right. But your mom still sacrificed for you, doesn't she? I mean, if you're hungry, she takes the time out of her day and makes you something to eat. She may make your first food if you get gone on a test or if you do good on anything else. She may comfort you when you're sad. She may put up with the attitude sometimes. Cause I know I have an attitude on me sometimes. But she puts up with me. And my dad too. I'm talking about my mom now. See, they put up with a lot of the stuff that we do. And they do it with a smile on their face. They do it because they love us. And I say that to say this. We should keep that in mind and try to throw moms as much respect as we can. Because, I mean, they deserve it. They sacrificed part of their lives, and they sacrificed things for us because they love us. And not because I said that, I'm not saying like they had to. They do it because they love us. But that really puts things into perspective when you think of it like that. I mean, my mom is one of the great women, if not the great woman that I know. I mean, see, I have a favorite show that comes on Monday and Tuesday nights. And see, when she always makes me popcorn for it. And yes, eat out or something. And that just great to me, which I know popcorn's not some big great thing, but it's just something that he does, something that he does for me because he knows I like it. He knows I like to have something to snack on while I'm watching and everything. So yeah, I'm sorry if I rambled on a little bit there, but a mother's love for you is immense, and I hope that this has done something. The stories of Hannah and Mary. I hope that this done something to put that into perspective. Your mother's sacrifice may not be as well known as they were, but it's still something that deserves respect and something that deserves love because she loved you. She'll do anything for a child, and we should respect that and we should honor for that. Guys, I love you. I hope you got something out of today. I was actually thinking of posting it yesterday, but I got busy with stuff. I mean, we went to my grandmother's house and everything, and yeah. But, guys, God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you next week.